Yeah, so Chris and I were actually planning to be a part of the season. And, we actually wanted to show how we were navigating our marriage issues. And because we know a lot of people can relate to that, we did our initial production meeting, had a house together, kids' hair laid.
So we know Carlos King is trying to make it look like his cast are leaving the show because of the fans and the millimeters. But we don't believe that. Let's talk about it. Our commentary is alleged and in my very own opinion. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. It's a beautiful day. Please don't forget to support the channel, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, so Chris and I were actually planning to be a part of the season. And, we actually wanted to show how we were navigating our marriage issues. And because we know a lot of people can relate to that, we did our initial production meeting, had a house together, kids' hair laid, glam on standby, all of that. But the main reason we didn't start filming was because of contract issues. Yeah, so Chris and I were actually planning to be a part of the season. And, we actually wanted to show how we were navigating our marriage issues. And because we know a lot of people can relate to that. But the main reason we didn't start filming was because of contract issues. So God works in mysterious ways, because how convenient was it that this whole divorce narrative was put out there? But the fact that Chris and I, even to this day, we never even started filming and nobody knew, that wasn't leaked. You know what I'm saying? Right. It just makes me wonder who leaked that narrative. But anyway, the only reason that there was even speculation, like you said, is because they saw this trailer and they were like, wait, where y'all at? So yes, it is true. Chris and I will not be returning. Okay. At this point, I think we're done with reality TV. Honestly, I'm just at a place in my life where I will never again allow myself to be devalued. The contract has to make sense for me. And when I'm filming, I'm giving my all. So if you want all of me, you got to make sure that paperwork is straight. Absolutely. So, no hard feelings. Business is business, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it.
So we just heard Monique say that she left Love and Marriage DC because of the contract. It did not make sense. It had nothing to do with any fans.
I'm just at a place in my life where I will never again allow myself to be devalued. The contract has to make sense for me. And when I'm filming, I'm giving my all. So if you want all of me, you got to make sure that paperwork is straight.
So she didn't just flat out say it, but it sounds like Monique is saying that money just wasn't right. She's not going to devalue herself by accepting a contract that's not worth her time. And we already heard Winter Harris say that they were offering them peanuts for all the work that they were doing, and it was just not worth it. Embarrassing, the amount of money they were getting paid to film that show, Love and Marriage DC. That's why she left. Let's talk a little bit about Stormy. I know Carlos said that Stormy left the show because of the fans. I highly doubt that Stormy left the show because of the fans. She already knew how the fans talked about the show before she even came on the show. She probably knew exactly what her mom was over there doing. And if her mom didn't comment bad enough with her foul mouth about Melody to cause Melody to want to leave the show, then you're not telling me what the fans are saying about Stormy will cause her to want to leave the show, especially all of the foul stuff that Miss Betty has said and Miss One has said about Melody. Get out of here with that narrative.
That's what I thought. Liam. That's what I thought. Liam.
And the lie that she told about Black Titanic coming to her warehouse, getting her arrested, was a lie. Stormy decided to come out and use foul language and threaten Miss Black Titanic. All of that is on film. All of that can be seen on social media. That is the reason that Stormy was arrested for the harassing communication. But Miss Black Titanic just came out and explained to us that Stormy was arrested for disorderly conduct because of the way she was acting, and it was not Miss Black Titanic who made that complaint. It was some of the other business owners. And I highly doubt that any of those business owners are millimeters or fans of the show.
I want to do something big this year because I need that energy.
Yeah, because when I came on, it was a lot. You almost lost it all. And I'm not just talking about the company. I'm not just talking about the warehouse. I mean the house. I mean it all. And I don't want to make you sad, but I want you to understand how important that is to really understand where Canvas was.
I know, and I feel like you came in in the nick of time just because of where we were. To be honest, it grew too fast. And then when I got on bed rest when I was pregnant, and they said no, going left and right, and not only that, like my signature's being forged. It basically stole so much from the company, from me, my family. I'll never forget it. It was like June 18th, like 2022. Like I really woke up, and everything just literally froze. Like if Canvas wasn't financially insanely strong, like I would not have been able to keep going forward because I had to start at zero, and nobody knew. There was so many days I would wake up and I'd be like, I'm gonna leave, you know? And
if I had to guess, I think the reason Stormy decided to leave that show was primarily because her husband did not want to be on the show to begin. He probably only agreed to do it because Stormy wanted to do it, and they thought that it was going to benefit their business. Stormy knew that her business was in shambles, in my opinion, before she actually came on the show. She wanted to use the show to propel her business. And when that did not happen, because people found out her business practices, and they found out about all the lawsuits that she had, and people started reporting on that, then she got mad and tried to blame it on the fans and say the fans are the reason that I'm leaving. No. You are the reason that your business was in the predicament that it was in. You already said that. It was your business practices that got exposed, and these lawsuits is the reason, in my opinion, that you wanted to leave. And your husband just said, look, we're not going to deal with this. It's not helping us. But instead of telling the truth, the real reason you all left, you want to blame the fans and the millimeters. Wrong answer, CRLOS King. Wrong answer, Stormy.
I didn't want no barbecue. I didn't want no barbecue.
Here's another example of people trying to put that narrative out there that the millimeters are trying to cause their businesses problems or their personal lives problems.
It was like we was up at Scott Manor, and then some clown goes through the live, sees me on the skid steer. That's like y'all call it a bobcat. But sees me on a skid steer and calls OSHA or whoever, I don't know who they call it, whatever, to try to, I don't know, get me fined or stopped or whatever the situation was or could be, right? And so it's like, damn, like they got literally people out there that are trying to destroy you. They try to belittle you. They're trying to satellize your name, right? At any rate, no, but that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me.
But that's what I thought. Clam. But that's what I thought. Clam.
So here Marcel go again, still with this narrative that the millimeters and the fans are trying to cause him problems in his business or personal life. Now, you said that someone called OSHA or someone. Now, do you know exactly who they called? Because you act like you did not know exactly who they called. And if someone called an organization on me, I would know exactly who they called. And first of all, how do you know it was someone that saw you on Letitia's live that actually called this organization? You don't, do you? You just put that lie out there so that people can automatically think that it was a millimeter or a fan that called on you. And first of all, you're not clear of what your problem is. You said that they're trying to scandalize you or try to get you in trouble or trying to fine you. How do you know that it wasn't a person who saw you on that machine? They were driving by and saw you on the machine and wondering what are you doing out here on this machine? That is not the only lie that Letitia and Marcel has tried to put out about the millimeters. Letitia actually said someone came to her restaurant and said, I'm a millimeter. And exactly what did they say, Letitia? You couldn't tell us, could you? Because you know you're lying. And you also said that the millimeters tried to get those down when you know that was a lie, because Marcel, when Melody asked Marcel and you guys on the show, you said it was because of a tax that you all did not pay on some furniture when you first moved in. That's the reason you gave for the establishment being closed down. But then the records show that the reason that your restaurant was actually closed down was because you all failed some kind of health inspection. Again, the lies are just not adding up. So, and also, Mr. Carlos King tried to make it look like Tiffany left the show because of the fans. Let's just listen to what Tiffany and Lou have to say about this situation.
I'm glad it remained peaceful. I definitely was concerned. I didn't know how things would go. I knew your mental state was already uneasy. You have been going through a lot. I know mentally you have dealt with a lot.
Since having Ace, my life has turned upside down. It's a lot mentally, on top of business, on top of we have a 17-year-old, we're about to have a 16-year-old, we're trying to buy a car, and Ace is still dependent on the nipple. So it's not it's not fun. It's not what I could have ever planned for. It's not what I thought it was going to be.
These are some of the things that we kind of talked about with saying, let's get pregnant, let's have a baby. I mean, I know it was all cool and funny games beforehand. Adding a new baby to our lives definitely makes a change. And that's one thing that we experienced on the fly through those flows, the ebbs and flows. We're here now. We are enjoying it. There's no question about it. We love our baby boy. We're thankful for the blessing that we have been blessed with, but it has been a journey, no question.
I didn't have postpartum depression after David. When you kept saying that, I didn't know what you were talking about. That's not me. I can't have that.
Yeah, because you try to deny it, right? You try to deny it to the point to where I'm going to deny it to where it's not real.
You have to get your makeup done at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning because I have a whole day of work in the middle, and then we film at night. Sometimes we're filming at 9 o'clock at night. The baby's with us. So it's hard. And then when you think about the expectations of other people who are watching the show, it's some people expect for you to bring drama, and when you refuse and when you're not, you should fire these people should not be married, he's going to leave his wife, he's going to cheat on her, didn't you just hear that your wife's a cheater, the mean things that people say.
So I know, we got a glimpse of that initially when we first came on the show, and that was one level of it. Things are uneasy, but it shouldn't be because of a show. It shouldn't be because of reality TV. And I feel like ultimately we have to truly ask ourselves, is this the best thing for us? Real talk. Things are uneasy, but it shouldn't be because of a show. It shouldn't be because of reality TV. And I feel like ultimately we have to truly ask ourselves, is this the best thing for us? Real talk.
Evaluating my options, I believe a real break or slow down could be necessary. My husband supports the idea that we should take a break from the show. I am definitely sad to leave, but I don't know how long it will take for me to find Tiffany.
So it sounds like Tiffany is saying, I'm leaving the show for more than just one reason, but I need to find Tiffany again if I plan on coming back to the show. She said, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to find Tiffany. We even had Dr. Heavenly and Funky Dineva talk about that Dr. Heavenly had people calling her office, supposedly fans and millimeters calling her office. Now that's already been debunked. I don't even have to go in. I don't believe a word Dr. Heavenly said about millimeters calling her office. So in my opinion, CRLOS is just deflecting. He's basically saying that it's the fans and the millimeters that are causing people to leave his show. And he's talking about leave my cast alone. Well, you pay your cast enough money, maybe they won't leave. Just in my opinion, these people are leaving because it's just not worth it financially. That's my opinion. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about the reason the cast members are leaving Carlos King's show. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day. And please don't forget to support the channel, like, share, and subscribe.